Ready? Let's come to order. Today is Monday, May the 10th. We're at the Civic Center for a special meeting. 2 items on the agenda. Please call the roll.
Ms. Blackburn?
Here.
Ms. Albright?
Here.
Mayor Bailey?
Here.
Ms. Castro? Mr. Tindler?
Okay, first item on the agenda is change order number 3 for the Mexico Beach Canal project. There are 4 items on the agenda. Please remind us again what these 4 items, the scope of these 4 items, please.
Good morning, Jeff Britton, Dewberry Preble Rish. The 4 items on the change order, the 3 that we discussed kind of in detail previously, the 4th we mentioned at the previous meeting. The first is the addition of the current transformers. This was part of the electrical design that was believed to be included in Duke Energy's scope. Upon further conversation, I realized it wasn't in Duke Energy's scope, it wasn't in the contractor's scope. This is a component necessary for the electrical services at the canal. The actual price tag on the purchase and install of the current transformers is $15,534.20, but we have $13,000 balance on the electrical budget that we set aside on the contract from the beginning. Thus, this is only an addition of $2,534.20 for that portion of it. The next item on there is the demolition of the existing pavilion at the end of the canal. Additional cost to perform that work, $5,200, and that's the demo. And then the final form will be regrading that area consistent with the areas on the north and south side of that demo or of that pavilion area. Third item is the addition of 1/2 sheet to the retaining wall. We talked about this last week. It just needed to be about 2.5 more feet to get it above the high water line so that the backfill won't be washed out. The addition of that 1/2 sheet will get us to that elevation where we meet the existing grade to protect the sidewalk and the backfill from tidal influence. The 4th item on here we briefly discussed last Tuesday. This is for the demo and replacement of the existing headers and stringers on that boardwalk that spans the Salt Creek area. Something else to note on here, right above the summary down there at the bottom, you'll see a little paragraph that says, note, 2 of the existing wood piles at the northernmost end of that boardwalk have rotted through. We don't feel that those need to be replaced, as the stringers can span from the next pile all the way to the new wall. So those, even though those are damaged, those don't need to be replaced. We don't think that there's any more out there that need to be replaced. But if they do, the contractor's given us a cost of $751 per pile to remove it, dispose, and replace it. But at this point in time, we don't think we need any additional piles out there.
Are there any questions about any of the items on the change order?
I actually do have some questions. You know, I said this before about the Duke Energy thing. I don't know how bids work, and to be honest, I haven't had time to ask anybody else. So I know that it was inadvertently, using your words, left off. You know, that question was even asked at a bid meeting, I believe. It just seems like, you know, that wasn't our fault. Oh, where'd my screen go? But anyway, I just want to point that out there. Another question, the pavilion. Is there any way, I don't know how that roof is built, meant to run down there and I didn't have a chance. Can we save that roof? Is it on trusses that you can just?
It is on trusses. I mean, sure, it could be saved.
Just a thought to save some money, just a thought.
I can't speak for Mr. Hall because he's not here, but I'm going to. He brought this up just earlier, late last week actually. He'd like to try to save as much of those roof pieces as possible and maybe utilize that in the yard somewhere to provide a canopy for some of our equipment so that it didn't sit out and get bleached out in the sun, kind of stay out of the element. So he's thinking about if it can be done, he's going to look more
Good.
towards that.
Good, I appreciate that, thank you very much. And that's all the questions I have.
Has he discussed that with Harders?
I have no idea.
I'll touch base with Bill after the meeting.
So the additional for the leaders and the stringers are not the part that they're questioning that for the 731. That doesn't include that, correct?
The piles, correct.
Okay. So if they need that, then we have to come back and have another change order. Is it legal to go ahead and add that into our change order if it's not used?
I don't suggest doing that.
Okay, okay,
Why give them a change order if we don't have to?
okay,
There'll be another, I guarantee you, there'll be another change order for you.
Okay.
to get through this thing.
all right,
We haven't even turned the corner yet.
okay.
Well, there's also the, talking about the timber piles versus the steel piles and the channel markers down the road as far as future change orders.
Okay.
Any other questions? Is there a motion to approve or reject the change order?
I make a motion to approve the change orders.
Second.
In the amount of,
Well, you have,
26,000.
yeah,
355.20.
26,355.20.
okay, is there a second?
Second,
Please call the roll.
Ms. Blackburn,
yes.
Ms. Albrecht,
Yes.
Mayor Bailey.
Yes. Okay, the other item on the agenda is ordinance 638, which has to do with funding for the Parker Park contract. Motion to read ordinance 638 by title only.
So moved.
Second,
Please read by title only, ordinance 638.
There is one title change in the title from the one that's posted. Ordinance number 638, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Mexico Beach, Florida, amending the appropriation of funds of the budget for the fiscal year 2015-2016 for the purpose of providing funds for the general fund and providing an effective date. The reason for the change from Parker Park to general fund is we approved the purchase of that police vehicle out of insurance proceeds, but we never did the budget amendment, so it's included in here.
Okay. Is there any other business? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
second.
And budget time.
Best part ever.
I didn't know whether to apologize or say you're welcome for running off all your constituents, so.
I was picking the paint ones.
I was worried I was
Well,
gonna have to charter